The Toronto Blue Jays have had a lot of things go well this season, but the one thing that they probably couldn't afford to go poorly did last night in Pittsburgh. We don't know the extent of Vlad Guerrero Jr.'s injury, but that doesn't mean we can't panic about it. So, let's panic. I don't know how you could panic with the music that we have for Blue Jays segments, but we're pretty darn close. As the Blue Jays fall to the Pittsburgh Pirates yesterday, that's going to happen. You're facing one of the best pitchers in baseball. He's going to do that to teams. The panic part comes with what happened during the game, as has made the rounds. Once again, Bo Bichette makes a really nice play behind second base, throws it across, and to make sure they get the out, Vlad Guerrero Jr. goes down and does the splits and makes the play and stays in the game defensively, dives for a ball, didn't quite get to it, and then he comes up to bat, and all of a sudden it's Ty France who is coming up to bat. And that is a little different. So they are saying that he's going off for an MRI. It is left hamstring tightness. Hopefully, it's a pulled muscle, and it's just a couple days. It's just like ooh, ow, ooh. Didn't love that. Because we can talk about all we want with this guy stepping up, that guy stepping up. This guy needs to be whatever. That guy needs to be whatever. If Vlad Guerrero Jr. is not in the middle of the lineup, this team is entirely different and not in a good way. It is a major, major problem if that dude can't go out and play for this ball club. So obviously, that is the big concern, and we'll wait to see. Hopefully, if you are watching this not live, hopefully by the time that this comes out, that Vlad is fine. But for now, we don't know that. So it is just mass panic on my end. Because, Springer, excellent. Addison Barger, we'll talk about him in a second. He's been very good. Bo Bichette has worked his way back into being a really good player. Alejandro Kirk having an amazing season. But to not have that big bat in the middle of the lineup, there's just, all those guys are, this sounds more dismissive than I want it to be. All those guys are great complementary pieces. They aren't the big star that kind of puts it all together. And the Blue Jays don't really have that in their system, where there's this first baseman in waiting that they can just go out and just oh yeah, no, it's fine, don't worry about it. We have this guy on the come up, and he was just waiting for a spot to break through. So that there isn't that it's almost ironic they were playing Spencer Horwitz yesterday. Not that it would be hey guys, don't worry, we got Spencer Horwitz coming in, but that it would at least be something. So again, I am concerned about where they are at right now. Looking at the stats for AAA Buffalo right now, maybe, but Aurelvis Martinez, he still isn't even hitting his weight right now at 185 with 13 home runs, 32 runs batted in, but he's second on the team in home runs. Will Robertson actually leads the team in home runs, and he's not there anymore, so that would be a bit of an issue to call him up. The first baseman who they have had down there, Rainer Nunez, is hitting 260 with 7 home runs and a 714 OPS, but you haven't heard a whole lot of buzz around him. In AA last year, he hit 275 with 12 home runs, so we're not talking about a big power bat. So there isn't really that guy who is coming up in the system that it's okay, this dude is going to be the one who can help with all of this. And this is one of the reasons why I was a little bit frustrated with the approach to the offense at the trade deadline, where you were saying, you know what, when Varsho comes back, it's like a trade deadline acquisition. And then if you get Santander, well, look at that. Everything, it's just, it's excess. It's not, though. And this is why I was no, just you make sure you go out and just overload. I feel like at this time of year, in any sport, when you are coming up on the postseason, if you have a chance to just get as much major league ready depth as you can, I think you have to do it. And to only address the offense with, Ty France, he's good defensively, can go out and hit a couple balls, he's all right. To have that be the only thing was really concerning. And now there wasn't that big bat that did get moved. It's, again, one of the reasons why I was hoping for an Eugenio Suarez is because, these things can happen. And I don't know if there was a trade out there that could just replace Vladimir Guerrero Jr., but I feel like it was I forget what movie I saw it in the trailer for, but it was that thing where overkill is underrated. When you have a chance to win a championship and you are going for a push to the postseason, I don't think that there are too many moves that you can make. And now this team was unique because the chemistry in the room and everything like that, it was just a little bit different. But I still think that there should have been more of a push to bring in a couple of big bats that you could have off of the bench so that hopefully if something bad happened, now you at least have some bigger bats that you can put in. Now it is basically going to be Ty France, I would assume, as the everyday first baseman for as long as Vlad is out of the lineup. And he might be back tonight. Like, again, I could just be overreacting. But that is such a downgrade. And I am concerned about what this all could mean for the Blue Jays. Overall, it was a sloppy game yesterday. And I wonder if the players' heads weren't necessarily in it after the whole Vlad situation went down. I wonder if there was a bit of a, okay, we got Paul Skeens out. We got this game now. And they lost that focus. They lost that competitiveness that this team has been known for. But that was not a Toronto Blue Jays baseball game. That was very, very sloppy. And they talked on the broadcast about how maybe the defense has started to regress a little bit for Toronto. But that was horrendous with the throws into center field on a couple of occasions and everything like that. That was truly bad. So this hopefully is a one-off, hopefully a bit of a wake-up call that, yeah, things have been going great, but there's some adversity now, and you have to be able to push through it. So we will see if this is a learning effort for the Blue Jays coming off of this one. But on the upside, I thought Addison Barger had a great game. And talking about guys who are struggling defensively, he might not take the best routes to the balls out in right field, but a couple of great throws against the Rangers. He has been kind of stepping it up. And then that battle he had with Skeens, where he just wouldn't let a fastball get past him and ends up stinging 99 off the wall for one of the bigger hits the Blue Jays had in the ball game. I just love how this kid went through, like, he came in and was one of the top hitters when it came to exit velocity and was stepping up in that way. And then he had that lull. And okay, teams have kind of figured this guy out. But now he has started to bounce back and he has made the adjustment. And a lot of times with young players, that adjustment needs an off season. He didn't. And for him to be able to do that and now get that stride back, it makes you very confident that this is going to be something that you can rely on. And it's something that can be a little bit sticky for the season going forward. So I thought that was a positive. And now you got one of the guys that you feel really comfortable with on the mound today against the Pirates, and that is Max Scherzer, the ultimate competitor, all of those things. I think that he is good to have back in this spot where maybe you weren't very sharp. Maybe you did get some bad news on the injury front yesterday, but he is not going to allow anyone on his team to be anything less than 100% focused on this baseball game. So I think having him out there is going to be really good and kind of just what the doctor ordered for the Blue Jays against the Pittsburgh Pirates. So we will see what happens with Toronto against Pittsburgh. Again, if you have any thoughts on any of that, if I'm overreacting, if I'm underreacting, if I'm being too critical, let me know either in the chat if you're watching live or in the comment section down below. We are streaming this on a few different platforms. The next time we are going to be streaming live after this, we're going to be back wherever you are watching this live at 10 a.m. tomorrow. That is Wednesday. It's going to be another 10 a.m. stream here on Couch Potato Diary, so make sure you check all of that out. Also, if you want more Blue Jays content, and sometimes I'm putting out a lot, so if you don't want to filter through everything that is out there, I have the playlists up on YouTube and Dailymotion. If you just want Blue Jays, there's the Catlinato Cast playlist that is on there. You can find that and help filter through all of the Blue Jays content that you need.